But the truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight.
In the landscape of modern cinema, few figures have navigated the tension between commercial magnetism and artistic integrity as deliberately as Timothée Chalamet. His ascent is not merely a product of talent, but of a carefully curated pursuit of greatness, a trajectory defined by intentionality, transformative performances, and a profound understanding of the modern screen icon's role. At the heart of Chalamet's strategy lies a rigorous commitment to role selection. He has eschewed the easy path of the standardized blockbuster hero, opting instead for complex, often vulnerable figures that demand psychological depth. Whether it is the raw, agonizing discovery of first love in Call Me By Your Name, the drug-addicted intensity of Beautiful Boy, or the regal, heavy burden of Power in the King, his filmography is a tapestry of characters defined by their internal friction. He does not just play roles. He inhabits the liminal spaces of human experience. This commitment extends far beyond the performance itself. Chalamet has masterfully bridged the gap between the auteur-driven drama and the global tentpole event. His work in Denis Villeneuve's Dune is perhaps the ultimate synthesis of these worlds. By anchoring a massive, high-concept sci-fi epic with the same nuanced, grounded portrayal of Paul Atreides that one might expect from an intimate indie film, he proved that greatness does not have to be sacrificed at the altar of scale. Furthermore, his influence is amplified by how he navigates the industry. In an age of ephemeral digital presence, Chalamet has cultivated an aura of genuine passion. His engagement with the craft, from his intense immersion into the movement and vocal patterns of his characters, like the singular presence of Willy Wonka, to his active, thoughtful participation in the marketing and discourse surrounding his films, positions him as a collaborator, not just a performer. He understands that the audience's connection to a film is deepened when they sense the actor's intellectual and emotional investment in the project's success. Ultimately, Timothée Chalamet's path represents a new archetype of stardom. It is a career built on the belief that longevity and respect are carved out by saying no to the mediocre and yes to the challenging. By consistently gravitating toward narratives that demand something profound of him, he has not only secured his place as a generational talent, but has curated a brand of greatness rooted in artistic fearlessness. He is not just being watched, he is being studied, and in that, he has effectively captured the hearts of audiences worldwide. To understand Chalamet's pursuit of greatness, one must look at the specific, often grueling demands he places upon himself to vanish into his characters. Call Me By Your Name, 2017, the foundation of vulnerability. This was the role that defined his early career trajectory. To embody Elio, a polyglot teenager grappling with the complexities of first love in 1980s Italy, Chalamet didn't just memorize lines. He spent a month and a half in Italy before production began, dedicating himself to mastering Italian, the piano, and the guitar. By the time his co-star arrived, Chalamet was already living in the skin of the character, a level of preparation that fostered the raw, unscripted chemistry that made the film feel less like a performance and more like a captured memory. Dune, Part 1 and 2, 2021/2020 for the scale of commitment. Stepping into the role of Paul Atreides required Chalamet to anchor a massive, high-concept sci-fi epic. Beyond the physical toll of filming in harsh environments, Chalamet underwent rigorous training for the film's complex combat sequences. He trained with Kali instructors and learned the precise movements of the sandwalk to navigate the desert landscapes convincingly. His performance was not merely about heroic stature. It was about the subtle, haunting transformation from a sheltered heir into a reluctant, dangerous messiah. A nuance he achieved through immense focus during long, physically demanding shoots. Wonka, 2023, the athleticism of whimsy. For Wonka, Chalamet faced a different challenge: the physicality of song and dance. He spent months in intensive dance choreography rehearsals and vocal training. His commitment was total. He didn't just sing the songs, he reimagined them, bringing a fresh, earnest energy to a role previously dominated by iconic predecessors. He showcased that his dedication to craft applies equally to the buoyancy of a musical as it does to the intensity of a drama. A complete unknown. 2024, the 5-year immersive study. Perhaps the most definitive example of his process. A complete unknown saw Chalamet spend 5 years preparing to channel Bob Dylan. This was not a standard biopic prep. It was an obsession. He studied hours of footage, learned to play 40 songs on guitar, mastered the harmonica, and adopted Dylan's distinctive vocal style. To stay in the headspace of the elusive artist, he disconnected from his personal life during the 2.5-month shoot, refusing to use his phone or receive visitors on set. He even insisted on performing the music live on camera to capture the raw, unclean energy of the era, rather than relying on studio polish. Marty Supreme, 2025, the marketing revolution. With Marty Supreme, Chalamet demonstrated that his dedication extends beyond the screen and into how a film is introduced to the world. Playing a fictionalized table tennis hustler, he engaged in years of secret training to master the sport. However, the real greatness here was the meta-marketing campaign. Alongside director Josh Safdie and A24, Chalamet treated the promotional cycle as a piece of performance art. He orchestrated a viral, leaked Zoom call that satirized industry marketing, filled with unhinged ideas, like flying orange blimps over Los Angeles and featuring his face on cereal boxes, all of which were subsequently executed. He showed up to his own look-alike contest and blurred the lines between the film's narrative of obsession and the real-world pursuit of box office attention. By embracing the absurdity of modern promotion and turning it into something authentic and shareable, he created a new blueprint for how a movie star can drive cultural impact in the digital age.